Bottom of the hour here on NBC News Daily, and we are following breaking news. Ozzy Osbourne, the legendary heavy metal singer known as the Prince of Darkness, has died at the age of 76. Osbourne's family saying in a statement in part that he died this morning surrounded by love. Osbourne was the frontman of pioneering heavy metal band Black Sabbath. He went on to have a successful solo career. His death comes just weeks after a farewell concert in Birmingham, England. Morning News Now anchor Joe Fryer looks back at Ozzy Osbourne's incredible career.
He went out as a beast. He went out singing, literally.
Is the Prince of Darkness, music royalty crowned with metal. Ozzy Osbourne rose to fame in the 1970s as lead singer of Black Sabbath, the band that gave the heavy metal genre a lift, with hits like Paranoid.
Well, I'm going to have to pull up the albums and listen to this music now.
Then in 1979 came major changes. Ozzy was fired from the group for excessive drinking and
I am not going to get any kind of anything
quickly rebound, launching a long, successful solo career with songs like Crazy Train,
or Iron Man. Don't forget about Iron Man.
The power ballad Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Mama, I'm coming home. What rock and roll has done for me is you couldn't buy it. I mean, it's changed everything for me. Because like 20 years ago, I was just a nothing person living in a nothing existence. I never had any excitement in my life.
Osbourne was born in 1948 in Birmingham, England. As a young boy, he never could have imagined decades later he'd perform for the Queen, singing at her Golden Jubilee in 2002. It was a career filled with accomplishments, winning Grammy Awards, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and the creation of Ozfest, a successful music festival that boosted up-and-coming bands. But there were challenges, too. He was accused of being a negative influence on teens and of worshiping Satan, an allegation.
Bro, man, you ain't a real band if you haven't been accused of that at least once. I mean, look at all the allegations that Eminem got. Like, come on.
He roundly rejected.
I have a big heart. All I want to do is make people smile. But there's so many people out there that think that I'm the devil, and not, That's an act that I do, It's show business.
Though there
was the time he actually ate the damn bat on stage, not realizing.
Was the time he bit the head off a bat while on stage.
Yep.
Something so enmeshed in his lore, he even reenacted.
It was supposed to be a prop bat, and then they handed him the real bat. And,
it on his tour.
So I picked it up, bite the thing's head off, and suddenly everybody's freaking out because it's a real bat.
It's a moment that would be parodied throughout his life. He created even more memorable moments on the reality show The Osbourne.
I pressed his one button, and the shower starts. I'm going.
It's a surprising hit for MTV that chronicled Ozzy, his wife Sharon.
Damn, was that really that old? Damn, I kind of forgot how old that was.
And two of their kids, Jack and Kelly. Ozzy did ultimately reunite with Black Sabbath, occasionally touring with the group. Over the years, he struggled with sobriety, but credited Sharon with saving his life.
Sharon's my heart and soul. If it wasn't for Sharon, I would be dead long ago. I wouldn't have lost it.
Wasn't there like allegations that he was beating Sharon or some shit like that?
Too. He saved me, and I saved him.
He also dealt with health problems, including Parkinson's disease, yet he kept making music.
It's what I do, It's a
Bro could barely speak, but he could sing like a freaking god.
Greatest love affair that I've ever had.
He's up there doing concerts for Jesus now, boys.
In my life.
A legacy of light from the Prince of Darkness.
Whoever it is that you believe in the afterlife.
Joe Fryer, NBC News.
And joining us now to reflect further on Osbourne's legacy is Ralphie Aversa, host and producer of Entertain This on USA Today. Ralphie, first off, talk to us about his legacy from music and the Black Sabbath to his solo career.
Yeah, you know, when I think of Ozzy Osbourne and his legacy, and Zinkley, great to join you despite the circumstances, I think of two things. First, I think of music, and obviously I go right to Black Sabbath, a band that he co-founded in the late 60s and then rose to fame.
I don't think there's a single person alive that hasn't heard Ozzy Osbourne and not known that Black Sabbath was the name of his band.
70s. Who hasn't heard Crazy Train somewhere, anywhere, whether it's the original, whether it's a cover, whether it was sampled into another song? It was just one of those songs, and it's one of those bands that really helped to define and redefine a genre. So obviously you go back decades with Black Sabbath and Ozzy and that, but then also, I mean, look, let's face it, I just recently turned 40, Zinkley, and I could very well remember the Osbournes and the reality TV show as well, and Ozzy kind of being reintroduced to a new generation.
From what I understand, I think that he always had... No, that's Kiss. Never mind.
And what's really interesting as we go back over these decades that he was a part of pop culture and a part of music across the world, you know, Ozzy would come and go, but he never really left for good. I mean, I think about even, you know, I believe it was an album that came out in 2019 with Post Malone that Ozzy was a part of. So, you know, you had contemporary artists as well that wanted to collaborate with him.
For sure. And Ralphie, I appreciate that you speak to the fact that his influence expanded well beyond music. We saw his influence on
crazy. I can't